All right, family. So the first topic of the night that I want to hear you guys' opinion on, it has to do with Jermell Charlo. So, as always, in Jermell Charlo fashion, he has the Brian Castano fight coming up. He's already said a whole lot of controversial things, right? Whether it has to do with Brian Castano, whether it has to do with people faking injuries, whatever the case may be, whether it has to do with him, talking about he's going to knock out Terrence Crawford, all types of shit. Y'all know how Jermell is, man. He doesn't ever, he's not the one to hold back what he has to say, especially if he feels very invested in what he, is putting out there in the atmosphere, man. He believes in the words that come out of his mouth. And, he stands on them a lot of times, regardless of what we say about it, regardless of the amount of criticism we have for it. That's what he does. That's what he's about. You got to respect it at the end of the day, whether you dislike it or you like it. He stands on his shit. But one of the things he's recently standing on, it has to do with his big bro, twin brother Jermall Charlo. He was asked recently, what do you guys, what does he think about a potential matchup of David Benavidez versus Jermall Charlo? Obviously, that's one of the more interesting fights when it comes to the middleweight, super middleweight division. That's something that we've been talking about in the boxing community for, I don't know, as long as I can remember. And it's something that, we've all had interest in, you know what I'm saying? But Jermell, he gave a pretty interesting insight. That's my personal opinion. I didn't expect him to give the insight that he did. And, well, let's talk about it. I want to know what you guys have to say about it. So he basically said David Benavidez is a weight bully. All right? He said, look, this dude, he's in the division at super middleweight, man. This dude should be fighting at cruiserweight. He should be fighting at heavyweight. David Benavidez is huge. Ain't no way should he be at super middleweight beating up these little dudes. He said he's even too big for light heavyweight. He was basically saying, look, he drains himself all the way to get to 168. He has a hard time making the cut. As he gets older, he's not going to be able to make the cut. Like, this dude is a weight bully. So him calling out my brother, it's like, yo, focus on dudes that are your size, your weight, and actually give you some trouble instead of trying to always beat up on these little guys. So that was a summary for the most part of what Jermell said, to that particular question. And it was very interesting to me because I wonder how many people feel that way. If you guys don't remember, and you should, because it wasn't too long ago, David Benavidez, he had a lot of trouble making weight. As of recently, remember, he lost the chance at a belt because he missed weight. So we all know that Benavidez is a big boy and he has trouble making the weight. But for Jermell to go as far as to say he's a weight bully, for him to go as far as to say stop picking on the little guys, stop, trying to fight my brother. My brother's at a natural 160. And even if he were to go up to 168, he would be way bigger than him. What do you guys think about that? Do you agree with Jermell at all? Or do you think he's just talking out of emotion like he does a lot of time? Do you feel like David Benavidez is at the weight he should be at and Jermell is just making excuses for his brother Jermall so Jermall doesn't have to run into him in the future? You know what I'm saying? Or do you agree with him? Do you be like, oh, well, let's be honest, David Benavidez is a lot bigger than Jermall. Jermall's still fighting at 160. Jermall's one of those guys who has his name in the sweepstakes for Canelo, but he's not even in the same weight class. But you can't really say that also because we know Canelo's going to fight Triple G if he beats Bivol at that 160. So you can't rule out Jermall, but at the same time, what do you guys feel about what Jermell said? Is there any type of stance or substance from what he said that you can stand on and you feel like he has the point? I'm gonna know from y'all family. Drop in the comments below. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna drop the video before, so whether I do or I don't, just know we're gonna be back to the regular formats that I usually do. It's just, I'm paying for this, I'm paying extra for this goddamn internet. And I'm thinking I'm gonna get better, results and better connection when it's actually the opposite. I'm paying extra, but I'm getting worse. So it seems like I'm always running into problems. So, forgive me for that. But, I'm gonna find a way to give y'all content no matter what. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the comments below, like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm out of here and enjoy your night.